Hey y'all, you know what time it is. It's time for some fights on Backwoods Breakdown, baby. Had a great week of fights last weekend. Super excited about everything that went on. It was actually phenomenal. I had a great time hanging out with my boy Ian. We're going to do a full video with him for the next UFC. It's going to be super fun, super exciting. Me and him are also going to get together and record a video with us talking about an old UFC card, one that we don't know a lot on. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll get together, we'll drink, we'll smoke, we'll talk, we'll relax, we'll have a good time. It'll be a lot of fun. Now, for last week's fight, I did a thing where I'm starting Backwoods picks, is what we're going to call it. Now, I'll just post like a little picture saying what the picks were at the bottom below. Just not all of them, just what I went for the week before as a recap, and then we'll include that into this week and then add it on until the following weeks until we keep going. That's just one of the many ideas that I want to do. Also, if you have any fan questions as far as fights or ideas that you have, any of them are more than welcome in the comments, my Twitch whispers, my Twitter DMs, Instagram DMs. All those socials are linked in the description below. And I'd appreciate anyone's input, honestly. And I love doing this, and I would enjoy to find other ways to do longer videos that you guys enjoy, and that would make it more fun for you guys. Now, last week's picks, we went 2-3. Not ideal. You want to go positive, but one of my guys got knocked out, Joaquin Buckley. Can't win them all, but you take the 2-3 with how things went, especially with Max Holloway's performance. He broke so many records last week and proved that he deserves a rematch for the title. That was the main event pick. I picked that one right. Also got the main event right. So the big fights I got right. The other ones I was a little bit wrong. So we'll take that. We'll move on, and we'll try to do better this week. Now, the fight this week, UFC 257, has so much leeway in the lightweight division. There's two big fights that both matter on what Khabib will do with his career. He'll either come back and fight one of these dudes if they show him something, or he'll retire and call it quits for good. Everyone wants to see Khabib lose. That's the main reason why they keep wanting to see him fight. The casuals really don't know much about Khabib, but he's a mauler, a wrestler, and he's the lightweight champion. And he's who all these dudes in the co-main and main event are chasing. But there's three. I don't want to disrespect the other fights. Yeah, there's three other fights. The prelims have some major fights on them, but we cover the main fights here. There's three other fights on the main card that we're going to talk about before we get to the co-main and main event of UFC 257. Now, the first fight of the night on UFC 257 is Marina Rodriguez versus Amanda Ribas. I've not seen much of Marina in the UFC at all. She is 12-1-2, but she's fighting Amanda Ribas, who I've watched several times in the last couple of years, who's 10-1 and on a tangent and ready to fight for a title. I can't bet against Ribas just because I'm biased and I've seen her fight, so I'm going to put all my chips in Ribas' corner on her winning this week. Now, then we go into Matt Frevola versus OTTMAN AZAITAR. Now, those two guys, Matt Frevola and Osman AZAITAR, I have not seen anything of OTTMAN AZAITAR or Matt Frevola, but I looked at their stats because I've never seen them fight. Matt Frevola has 4 decisions in the last few fights. OTTMAN has been finishing guys. Now, in the UFC, I always talk about the judges and how they're working with this new scoring system and how it's not ideal. That can cause problems for a dude with decisions. So I don't like to bank on that dude. I risked it last week with this same type of pick, but I'm going to do it again. OTTMAN AZAITAR, you have my pick. That's the second fight of the night. Then we go into third fight, which is a big fight. Jessica Eye, who's had a lot of championship experience, versus a girl in Joanne Calderwood who wants to fight for the title. She's been desperate. She had a shot for the title but got injured, and they gave it to the girl she beat, who just lost. So you know she wants to get in there and prove that she still deserves a shot at the title. And that's Joanne Calderwood and Jessica Eye. I'm gonna stick my pick with Jessica Eye, just based off of her experience. Joanne Calderwood's hungry, and I think Joanne's gonna make me bite my tongue here, and she's gonna steal this fight. But I'm gonna go ahead and lock in Jessica Eye for the boys back home, because everyone else, I promise you, I could be wrong with this. Everyone else who's a big fan is gonna take Joanne Calderwood in this fight. Dan Hooker, who is 20-9, versus Michael Chandler, who is 21-5. Michael Chandler's first fight in the UFC, and he's facing a dog in Dan Hooker, who just recently fought Dustin Poirier, who had a really, really good fight between the two of them, but Dustin ultimately got the win. I don't know. This is a coin flip. I feel disrespected betting against Michael Chandler, but it's another one of those scenarios where I have a lot of stuff to go off of watching Dan. And Dan's been an animal in the UFC. He's been insane, and he's been durable. So I just feel like this is Dan Hooker's last chance to maybe prove something. If he knocks out Michael Chandler, he hasn't fought Khabib yet. The other two guys have. I feel like he gives him a shot if he knocks him out. So I'm going to lock in Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker's my pick for the co-main event. I don't know. As far as prediction on round, it's a 3-round fight. I think Dan Hooker can get it done within 2. If it goes to decision, though, I'm going to have to go with Michael Chandler as far as prediction. But Dan Hooker's the lock-in pick. The people's champ, the casuals champ, the non-casual, the real fight lover fan champ. People love Conor McGregor. People want to see him fight because maybe because of that it factor, or maybe it's because he doesn't fight as much and people are just dying to see greatness. And I mean, the man's talks the talks, he walks the walk, he knocks people out, and the time he says he's gonna knock people out, he does what he says he's gonna do. All but the last 2 fights. That doesn't change his it factor for some reason. So we have the main event of UFC 257. That is Dustin Poirier. I want to say his name right because my boy Ian will be on me for it. Dustin Poirier, 26-6, versus Conor McGregor, 22-4. This fight is what everyone in the lightweight division wants. Dustin is a dog and has had some of the best fights in the division. All the fights of the year, fight of the year candidates, all have Dustin in them from that division. But Conor McGregor has that talk factor, that it factor, that what factor, what everyone wants to see win, succeed, and prove the other guys and the doubters wrong. I can't bet on him because that ego, it just drives me mad. I like it, I respect it, but I can't bet on it. It's just too risky for me. Too risky of a play. Dustin, I just think he represents the lightweight division second to Khabib. No one is better example of how you should hold a division than Dustin behind Khabib. And Khabib knows that as well. So if I had to lock in a pick, it's going to be Dustin Poirier. I think Conor can still win this fight within 2 rounds as far as predictions go. Conor McGregor knocks him out in round 1 or 2. And if not, it's a Dustin Poirier decision. That's my 5 picks. Those are 5 solid picks that could all go wrong, but I'm willing to take that bet because this is such a good card. Every person that is on this card is in competition equal to who they're fighting up against. So we'll see what happens. I'm super excited about what's going to go on in the fight world this year. There's so many good fights that are going to be coming up. We have Izzy, Jan, Stipe, Francis, John fighting the winner of Stipe and Francis, John going down and fighting Izzy. There's so many amazing fights. TJ Dillashaw coming back and fighting for some gold. There's just so many good fights. I could go down a list, and I can't wait to do videos on every single one of them. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys for their extended support. Be sure to like and subscribe in the video. Turn on the bell so you get notified for all future videos. And drop a comment. Tell me who you think's gonna win. Tell me what you want to see. Tell me who you think is going to fight on the next card. Tell me who you think I should do a video on or with next. Any of those things are more than welcome. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And this is Backwoods Breakdown. Peace out.